have a foreign friend who wants to come here in Cebu, but has low budget. Do you have any place to recommend?
Oh yeah, I have a place that I can recommend to you.
So, what's the name of the place?
It is called Linao Lipata.
I'm glad to hear your suggestion. So tell me about the place.
Linalipata is one of the 19th barangay that is under the municipal government of Minglanilla. Barangay Linaulipata was derived from the word Linao, which means sufficient water flowing in the area. Barangay Linaulipata has 24 Pooc and 13 kilometers from Cebu City. The barangay's population is about 12,943 with registered voters of 4,800 and 2,630 households. These represented 9.80% of the population of Minglanilla. Your friend is suitable here to stay because aside from Linao's dominant culture, which is helping and respecting people, most especially their neighbors, there are many jobs to be found here like being seamstress, construction worker, vendors, and many more. Also, there's fun festival to be celebrated there every year.
Oh yeah, I experienced the festival there and it is so fun.
Really? Can you tell me more about their festival?
The celebration of San Roque is said to go back to colonial times, when a plague devastated the city. After the Spanish colonists prayed to San Roque, the disease reportedly subsided. Thus, the people began an annual fiesta of Thanksgiving. San Roque is the patron saint of Tanja, Bolivia, whose native known as Chapacos are a mixture of Spaniard and Tomata Indians. The town people wear their best and most colorful clothes and decorate their dogs for the fiesta in San Roque's honor that begins on the first Sunday of this September.
That is interesting. I hope your friend will consider staying in Linalipata because he will have a great time staying there.
Jinky, do you know the famous Taj Mahal?
Of course. India is known for its ancient heritage, the Taj Mahal.
Right? Like the Taj Mahal in India, Linaulipata also has its own tangible heritage being preserved like the church of the famous saint healer San Roque. This particular church was built by parishioners. Another heritage on Linaulipata is the Lipata Central High School. The church and the school has helped the community in holding community outreach.
On the other note, although the San Roque Parish and Linaulipata Elementary School is a big part of Linaulipata's identity, we should acknowledge that the passage of time can bring along threats to these heritages.
I'm sure the modern world and especially the abrupt arrival of COVID-19 are factors of these threats.
Sadly, yes. The pandemic restrictions have made mass attendance impossible, but the members of the parish have made countermeasures by broadcasting the Mass online on their official Facebook page. We can't forget another common man-made threat towards the parish and school. Vandalism on the walls of these heritages is pretty evident, and there should be a way to end it and preserve them. Security patrols using CCTVs and time shifts can surely help in lowering these happenings. Nothing is more upsetting than having a heritage trampled upon by its people.
I agree, but now we can't just forget about the Backing Medical Hospital that has stood still in Linaulipata for many decades. It has also helped local people that in need for a quick medical attention.
I know, and just the same, it faces threats, and now it is against the concept of time. The building having been built decades ago, the structure has grown rather brittle.
That's bad.
You're right. To avoid this, the owners of the building should initiate renovating the heritage that has established an identity for Linaulipata. Nothing beats a firm stronghold with its firm believers.
We have the upper hand with tangible heritage. I mean, you can't just forget something your eyes have imprinted in your mind, right?
I agree to that. Something that can be perceived by our sight, like the tangible heritages, is a motivation for us to continue and preserve such rich culture.
So, intangible heritage. What is intangible heritage? Well, it's heritage, but you can't necessarily see it or touch it. Now, you may ask, what heritage can I not see nor touch? Well, in Linaulipata, there are two major ones. Residents of Barangay Linaulipata are really religious. Most residents attend Mass in the San Roque parish, located near the Lipata public schools. The parish also celebrates the feast of San Roque every August. And the other heritage, technically, is actually one you can see and touch. But its true meaning is one you feel. Pagmamano and beso-beso is something...
Wait, what's beso-beso?
Oh, yeah. Beso-beso is basically like a cheek-to-cheek kiss. It's usually done by adults because I haven't seen a lot of young people do it recently or like now. Of course, not recently because of the whole pandemic, you know.
Ah, so like a friendly gesture.
Yup. So, again, pagmamano and beso-beso is something practiced by all Filipinos and residents of Linaulipata included. Certain factors, however, have influenced doing this practice less.
By certain factors, I think you mean the pandemic, right?
Yes, of course.
With the implemented safety protocols such as social distancing, it definitely is hard to simply take your elder's hand and press it to one's forehead as a sign of respect.
Yeah, especially elders. Yeah, it's nice you mentioned that.
But other than that, don't you think shamefulness can be included as a threat? I've seen children who are forced by their parents to go near their elders because they shy away from them. Do you notice it too? When you go to family gatherings of some sort?
Funny you ask that. I don't only notice it, I've been in that situation sometimes.
Oh, right. It is obvious that the situation stems from their own household, thus making it fairly easy to address them. Are you familiar with the quote? I think it was teach them young.
Oh, yeah.
I think that this is where the quote applies best. Not only will the children know the significance of it, but once they are enculturated with it, they will definitely remember, believe, and practice it whenever they go.
Very insightful. Okay, so recap.
Mm-hmm.
Intangible heritage. It's a type of heritage that you can see or touch. And the two major ones in Linaulipata are religion and pagmamano.
I agree. And threats like shamefulness could not be overlooked, but instead should be countered with things that would preserve these intangible heritages more. It's important for everyone to feel pride while we practice it, since obviously it has been ingrained in the Filipino culture that we deeply and greatly value the respect for our elders.
Yeah, and hopefully the listeners will find it in their hearts to not be scared of practicing these heritages. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Good day. Let me introduce to you the formal institution of Linaulipata.
Oh, what a wonderful idea.
Did you know that formal institution includes the constitution, contracts, and form of government, such as schools, barangays, chapels, and more?
What? I haven't thought about that.
For now, we will only be focusing in one of the schools in Barangay Linaulipata, which is the Lipata National High School.
Nice. I hope to hear your insights.
To give you a short brief history, the school was built during 2002. They have primary and secondary inside and has enough buildings for the students. The Barangay Health Center was also located inside the school. Lipata National High School also offers a lot of activities and academic performances, such as quiz bees, camping, festas, intramurals, and many other more.
Can we talk about intramurals? Because it is the most prominent and exciting activity that students anticipating during every school year.
Likewise, Intramurals give an opportunity for the students to compete against with their teammates in various sports. Intramurals will not just enhance your skills physically, but it also showcases students' chance to socialize and educate themselves.
What a thrill! I do hope everyone will have the same opportunity to play.
Don't worry, I know you will have the same skill that everyone possesses. However, Lipata National High School will not just provoke us with activities and competence. Conflict and misunderstanding are still a huge obstacle in every public school. Personally, an old student who studied at Lipata National High School, have seen a lot of bullying happening inside and outside the premises, such as age discrimination, unfair treatment, and lack of requirements, which leads to an imbalanced opportunity for students. On the other hand, Lipata National High School have provided and maintained guidelines and rules for bullying and cyberbullying policies. School head and teachers of Lipata National High School taught every parents and students to always consult them whenever this kind of behavior is being practiced under the alma mater policies.
Now I realize how discreet Lipa National High School is. Moving on, Barangay of Linaulipata is very unique and distinct when it comes to events and personalities.
Oh, really? What an interesting fact.
Significantly, informal institutions were sensible in the Barangay of Linaulipata. The word respect is the most important indication for every Cebuanos or Filipinos living in the Barangay of Linaulipata.
I do want to know what is the background behind the word respect.
The sign of respect is common in every Filipinos and Cebuanos personality. Basically, it has been a tradition to treat everyone with respect. For people living in the Barangay of Linaulipata, it has been an exclusive type of tradition. Every respect is always connected in our every traditional event, such as birthday celebrations and many other more.
What is so unique about birthday celebration for the people living in Linaulipata?
The Barangay of Linaulipata always believed that every birthday celebration there must be guests. For every Cebuanos always said, labi ka daghan, or in Filipino translation, mas masarap ang kainan kapag marami ang iyong kasalo. Although in English dictum, they say, the more, the merrier.
It's so compulsive. I want to hear more.
Okay, one thing that every Cebuanos don't usually do during birthday celebration is preparing such extravagant celebrations. But handaan is never an excuse for every Cebuanos living in Linaulipata. Hence, every birthday celebration is not complete without the use of karaoke. Simply, it is a gadget to make every occasion colorful and fun. On the other hand, every karaoke can distract other neighborhoods, wherein it can make such scene in a certain barangay. But in the end, as a sign of respect, they work things out peacefully.
I'm curious. How do they work things out?
Personally, Cebuanos or people living in Linaulipata will always learn how to forgive others. Because like what Luke said in the Bible verse, forgive and you will be forgiven. It is never too late to forgive someone when you have your own misunderstandings.
Linaulipata will
will
always
always be our home.
Dahil ang isang
Dahil ang
taong
isang
taga
taong taga
Linaulipata
Linaulipata
ay
ay
laging may
laging may
malinaw na
malinaw na
pag-iisip at ugali.
pag-iisip at ugali.